Hello everybody and welcome to October's first Journal with Me video. In today's video, I'm going to be setting up a brand new journal because I completed the insert that I was using last month, and I'm just going to be pulling some supplies that all came to my post office box last month. So these are all the supplies that I got from all of the lovely people that sent something to my post office box. And I'm going to use the supplies to decorate the first couple pages in this insert, including the cover page, to get it set up for October. So I'm still using the A5 size, and the actual insert that I'm using is from Muji, and I really love Muji's insert. I actually purchased the inserts online last year when I purchased the A5 weekly planner, and Muji's website is not very user friendly. I don't even know how I got the order through because I've never been able to replicate it since, and it's always been such a pain in the butt. I don't have a Muji close to me, but I like their products. So I usually have friends that live close to a Muji do the shopping for me. Or I just keep trying the website because sometimes what I'm looking for is usually listed. But for next year, I am using a combination of standard size and A5 size. So my A5 size will continue to be the journal that I will be working in today. This is going to be like my personal journal where like the more in-depth detailed journaling goes. And then the weekly insert, instead of being the A5 Muji one, I decided to go along and get the standard size Traveler's Company printed insert. I have used them several times in the past, and actually this year was the first year since like 2015 that I didn't use it. And it's not that I didn't like it, but I just felt like I had a hard time creatively in that journal just because it just didn't feel, it felt like there was too much space. So the A5 I have loved, and I don't think I can ever leave this size again. But as far as like the weekly insert, I just really don't need that much space because it's really just like a quick little look at what we're doing that week or what we did. It's not meant to be like a bunch of journaling, and it's more of just like a I don't know what the word is. I have no words today. But it's basically just supposed to be something that I quickly look back on if I need to remember something and not have to read a bunch of words and go through 1,000 different pages to figure out when we did something last. So yeah, I'm excited about that change. Once I get everything in, of course, as always, you guys know me, you can well expect to get a haul and unboxing of all the stuff that I got and what my plan is for next year. I can't wait for that to all come in, but yeah, so that's the plan. So I'm just using some Halloween-y type supplies that I have to create this cover page, and it's more of not only a cover page, but it's like it's my monthly divider. And I mostly used a bunch of Tim Holtz stuff, but I also had that really lovely book plate with that black kitty cat on that I've been hoarding since last year, I think. And yeah, I'm gonna get going and start decorating the pages. I think I do 3 layouts today. And I actually did struggle a little bit decorating the pages just because I was overthinking a lot, and I was also on the phone, and I think I was really distracted, and so I did have to edit quite a bit of it out. I think this video originally started out at 40 minutes, and as you can see today, it is edited down to 13, so there's a lot of dead space and second guessing, but I think I got there in the end, and I think it's totally fine. I did some things that I don't normally do, and you're going to see that on this particular layout today, where I cover a lot of the page. And I have not really ever done that. But I had these bigger elements that I just did not want to rip or tear. And I really wanted to play around with layers and the size papers that I'm using and kind of go away from my usual style of just doing these little clusters. and I think the execution worked out well. I think it needs some work. I think I'm gonna have to work on it a little bit, but I really had fun playing with just changing up my style a little bit. So I hope everybody is doing well. If you have not heard, I think I have only really talked about it in my nail art videos, but I have started a Patreon, and it's mostly just mail. I'm mostly just playing with mail over on my Patreon for right now. But for the remainder of 2020, I have 2 tiers available. One is just a community member, and then the second one is a postcard pal, and that is where you will get a postcard, an exclusively made postcard. I make the postcards every month and I have them printed, and then they are sent out exclusively to my postcard pal patrons. And then beginning in 2020, I will have 2 more tiers: the mini snail friend and the personalized mail experience. And once those go live, there will be a very large opportunity to get a lot of really fun things in the mail from me. For October and November, I am doing a special to those who sign up to become patrons. Not only will you get the exclusive postcard, you will also get some extra goodies as well, as like a welcome and a thank you. It's a special promotion that I am doing for the first 2 months. And I have figured out a way that Patreon will charge you immediately, so you get instant access to that. I know in the beginning there were a few, I think 7 or 8 patrons who, before I figured out how to change that setting, they won't get charged until November, and that's really sad. I wish I had known that I could change that setting, but the way I have it set up right now is that once you pledge, you instantly get access to everything digitally, and not only that, but you also will get the physical content as well. So I think it's going to be super fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm already having a lot of fun interacting and creating content. I will be doing a live meet and greet on October 24th, where we will be going live, and there will be a Q&A and just sort of like an open-ended get to know me type of situation that I hope will be a lot of fun. And once we get closer to it, we'll talk more about what we're going to be doing during the live meet and greet, but I'm really excited to do this. It's been something that's been on my mind for a while, and I'm really happy that it has come to fruition and I kind of made it work. I'm excited. Anyway, so moving on, I can't really think of anything fun and exciting to talk about other than a fun experience that's happening right now, being a mother with a potty mouth. My husband, for those who don't know, my husband was a Marine. And so Marines have a certain way of speaking, and my parents were in the Navy. They were sailors, and sailors have a certain way of speaking. And so being raised and living with sailors and Marines my entire life, I tend to have a little bit of a potty mouth. And it's not like all the time. It's not like I'm constantly foul-mouthed. It's more of just like when I'm surprised or frustrated. And so now Cullen, who is 2, he has really had a delay in his speech. And we really didn't think anything of it, just because he's our 3rd child, so we know that it will click eventually, and the doctor didn't seem too concerned. Anyway, so he has started to speak in the last month or so. And there are a few things that he tends to say like all the time, and he says it in his cute little baby babble, so you kind of can't tell what it is unless you're us and we know what he's saying. But he's saying dang it a lot, except for not with dang. He's saying oh shoot a lot, except for it's not shoot. And today he laid the kisser down for me. When he slipped and fell, he threw out fudge, except for it wasn't fudge. So we have started to correct him. At first we just sort of ignored it because we've heard that that really is the best way to do it. You just sort of ignore when they say stuff like that, especially now since it's not, it's clear for us because we know what he's saying, because he's saying it in the exact same way that we tend to use it, in frustration or surprise. And, yeah, so he's saying it so frequently now, it's just becoming part of his language that we have started to correct him. And now when he says it, I'm like, Bubba, you can't say that, that's bad words. He goes, oh, shoot. He replies with the bad words. So, it's really sweet, it's really funny, but I really do need to get a handle on it. But I thought it was worth sharing because that's what we do here, right? We share, we talk about we talk about the things that make us. I shouldn't be laughing. I really shouldn't. It's terrible. I'm a terrible mother, but it's so freaking hilarious hearing a toddler say potty words. I hope everybody else is laughing with me and not internally crying like I am. But yeah, so that's been our life. It's been really fun. Anyway, moving on. The weather is not trying to kill us anymore. It's still not great, but it's not trying to kill us. We've had a break in the humidity levels lately, and so it is not trying to kill us when we go outside now. And that's been nice. It's still been warm, but the humidity has definitely dropped quite a bit, which has been really nice. But I'm just going through and using these days of the week stickers to sort of notate. I've got my dirty planner just off screen there, to look through and see what days I definitely need to be putting in, because some day, and like how much space I might need for a particular day. Some days I skip altogether, but October and November I don't think I'll be skipping any days because I have enough room to fit 3 months in this insert. And excuse me, hiccups, I'm only putting 2 in. So I'll be playing a lot more with the paper, and playing with the extra space that I'll be having and using bigger elements and just having fun with the paper a little bit more for October and November. And yeah, so like I said, sometimes I skip days, but I'm not going to be doing that this month because I've got the extra paper to play with and I don't want to waste the insert. In December, I'll be using my December daily insert, which is actually for sale in my Etsy shop. I have a few left. It's a standard size traveler's notebook, but the pages are all redecorated with vintage Christmas ephemera and it's all ready to go. So that's what I'll be using for my December insert this year. I just put my sticker on the cover of this notebook here because I love it. And then I'm going to bring it in a little closer. I love this quote right here. It's really sweet. And then all the bigger elements, I'm really having fun with that. So I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And consider subscribing if you are not already. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks. Bye.